What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of understanding layer 1 and doing a site survey. So if you've been watching my videos recently, I told you we're going to be building an enterprise network, and as part of that, I wanted to level up my YouTube studio and everything, so I bought this house, right? And this house is completely empty, so we're going to come through here and we're going to do a site survey on this place. I just closed on it yesterday. So this is going to be the area that is going to be where my studio is mostly. David had a beast. He bought an apartment this year. He lived there for like 7 months, and like the lighting was just horrible. And he ended up moving like kind of suddenly because of the lighting. And I was like, dude, how important is the lighting? So like I looked at this place, and lighting in this area is going to be spectacular. We're going to put a big whiteboard back there. I'm going to have my computer over here. That way we can review like hardware. We can go over network diagrams and everything. But today, before I get all that stuff done, I got to figure out how to get layer 1 into this house, right? So if this is going to be the main area that I'm working, I definitely want hardwired Ethernet in this room. So when you are getting any property, whether it's a business, you're going to have some type of feed that comes into the building. So when I walk around this place, this is the living room over here. This is where the majority of the data feeds currently come in. So there's coax here. There's an Ethernet wire that runs somewhere. I haven't figured that one out yet. But if I can figure out where that runs, I might be able to trace some more wires through there. So this is going to be where the firewall goes. I'm going to have the ONT installed here because this is pretty accessible. On the back side of this wall is where the other cable box is, but there's also a couple other demarcs. So you're either going to have the option of cable like that one, or you're going to have like a little phone line like this. So that's for DSL. DSL is really slow. Cable's much faster than DSL. But I live in Champaign area of Illinois, central Illinois, and one of my clients is a big internet service provider, and they focus on delivering 100 gigabit fiber optic backbone networks. And they actually do 1 gig fiber circuits to the house. So that's who's coming here Monday. So I got to think, if I got the crew coming out here to install lines and everything, what do I need? Well, they're going to bring fiber in from the street. And then back here is the currently existing demarc box for the cable. So I don't know whether they're going to rip that off. Maybe they'll put it up here. But I'm going to have fiber coming in and delivered to the box. And then in my living room is going to be what they call an ONT. Oops, got a spider. An ONT, it's basically a modem for fiber. It's going to translate fiber into an Ethernet connection. And then I can plug an Ethernet connection into the firewall. So this place is 2 stories, and I need to get internet from that location all the way around to that location with a hardwire. And I also need to provide wireless internet for this place because my kids are going to be on here. I run my business off of this network. I'm going to be having a segmented lab network, and then I'm also going to have a top secret dedicated hardware network for my job. So there's going to be a lot of different things that come in here. And I want Ethernet to run up to the 2nd floor too. So up here on the 2nd floor is this little room that I am going to turn into a YouTube recording studio. It's the quietest room in the house. It's currently like a big closet. And I want to get Ethernet up here. So this is also directly above where the firewall is actually going to be performing the gateway services. So what I'm going to do is run an Ethernet wire from downstairs, upstairs, into this place. I need to get a wireless access point on the 2nd floor. I need to get a wireless access point on the 1st floor. That way I can distribute all the networks that we create. Now, In addition to data, you also need to worry about power. Luckily, this is a pretty big house, so the circuits are pretty widely distributed. We'll come out here to the garage. So this is a circuit box right here. I've got 200 amps coming in. Most of these are already filled up, but I've got 4 extra slots for circuits down here if I need to expand electricity service. If I did, like one option I'm gonna have is to put my crypto mining farm out here. I gotta figure out how to cool the garage, but if I put my crypto here, what I'm gonna want is a dedicated 30 amp circuit, possibly 2 dedicated 30 amp circuits. And if I've got 4 slots, I could probably pull that off and have 60 amps running to a dedicated crypto farm. So they're gonna need data as well. So we're gonna segment their network. I don't really plan on having any servers here. Some small hypervisors for the lab, but nothing that's going to take an egregious amount of power. That's going to be the crypto stuff. So when you're planning for a network, understanding layer 1 is incredibly important. Like I said, DSL is going to be phone lines. Comcast or whatever is going to be cable, coax cable, fiber optic internet. If you have the choice, I cannot recommend enough getting fiber optic internet. It is night and day difference between cable. If you're on DSL, you're in the Stone Ages. Get fiber optic internet, bring it into the building, and that's going to be the DMARC. And we'll go over a video later about explaining what a DMARC is, because I'm going to go on a whiteboard and draw this entire network out because it's a little bit complicated. And the DMARC will be at different locations for different services. So you want your fiber optic internet as a DMARC, and you're going to have a firewall that terminates from the DMARC to your internal networks. And from there, you're going to want to distribute layer 2 access via switches. So anything that's hardwired, you need to be able to plug an Ethernet cable into it. Then you also want wireless, and you want to be able to cover the entire property with wireless. So figuring out how to run cables to access points is pretty important. Now for me in the second floor, I can either run it outside, or if you notice, the garage is at the front of the building. So I could probably run cables through the garage up to the second floor and back. Time will tell. I need to call the installers and have them come out here and take a look at it, and basically get them to run lines wherever I need them to run. I'm going to start moving into this house. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful house. I'm excited for all the new stuff that we're going to be able to put on the channel. As you may know, this is a cybersecurity channel. My job is to help you become a better cybersecurity engineer, and we're going to do a lot of stuff in this house. So stay tuned.